Another exciting weekend of A-League men's football. My name's Lockie, this is Coastwood Football, and we are here to break down everything that went down in round 23 of the A-League men's competition. Kicking off on Easter Friday, we had Western United taking on Central Coast Mariners. Mariners picking up a big 3-0 win here. A massive one for the Central Coast Mariners. It was their first win in almost a decade in Victoria, and a clean sheet for the Central Coast Mariners, which has been a rare occurrence for them. Despite the success that the Mariners have had this season, they've been struggling to keep the clean sheets. United weren't absolutely out of this game. Dylan Paris probably looked like the most dangerous player, but just faded out in that second half. Mariners a pretty comprehensive performance in the end. The second game on Friday, we had Adelaide United versus Sydney FC, a sellout crowd at Cooper Stadium, which was awesome to see for Reds fans. Sydney FC showed up in this game though and really took it to Adelaide United, who are the informed team in the competition at the moment, and managed to get more shots on goal overall across the entire game. And Lafondra grabbing a late goal to equalise there. What could be a really valuable point for Sydney FC. Adelaide United, this draw ends their recent winning run, which has been going for a handful of games. On Saturday, Brisbane Roar picked up a resounding 3-0 victory at home over Newcastle Jets. And a big one for them for a couple of reasons, but mainly this is now Brisbane's third consecutive win at home under new coach Nick Green. Of course, just an interim coach, but it's positive signs for Brisbane Roar, who are still mathematically in with a chance to make the top six after their poor loss to Central Coast Mariners last week. This was a really impressive response from Brisbane Roar. Newcastle Jets, this was probably one of their poorer performances for this season. They only managed one shot on target and really struggled to create any sort of significant chance throughout the whole match. Both teams obviously can still make finals, but Brisbane Roar potentially could build some momentum to make a late push into the top six, but overall really poor for Newcastle Jets. And then our primetime game on Saturday night, we did a live watch along for this game. It was a really exciting one to do a watch along for as well. It was the battle for Western Sydney, Macarthur FC 2, Western Sydney Wanderers 2. What a game, a really intriguing battle. Wanderers dominated things as we expected, dominated possession, dominated the chances, and really should have won this game. They went in with a 1-goal lead at halftime. Macarthur equalising and then getting a late goal through Al Hassan Toure, who had a fantastic impact off the bench with the assist and the fantastic finish for that goal that he scored late on. And from there, I thought Macarthur were going to run away with it. It was Macarthur's biggest home crowd yet, but Wanderers coming back late with the last touch of the game. Brandon Barella with his second goal of the game. He's been on fire pretty much in the entire season. Brandon Barella, he's been a fantastic pickup for Wanderers, arguably signing of the season for Western Sydney and the A-League. But 2-2, what a chance for Macarthur. That 3 points would have been huge for them to lift them just on the edge of the top six. Western Sydney Wanderers lost last week, a draw this week. They're now 2 points behind Mariners in third place and just slipping away from the top two a little bit. But some big games coming up in the coming weeks for Wanderers. And then on Sunday, we had Melbourne Victory taking on Perth Glory. The game ending in a 0-0 draw, but wasn't without some controversy. A late penalty shout for Victory. For me, it was a close one. The on-field call was no penalty, and I think it's going to be hard to disagree with that. I don't think there was enough. I don't think it was a clear and obvious error that a penalty was missed there, in my opinion. But it led to a second yellow card for Mark Beavers, the Perth Glory defender, who was sent off. Overall, for me, for this game, this was a missed chance for Melbourne Victory. They really had to win this game. Perth Glory were poor in attack, solid overall in defence, but really again struggled to create opportunities going forward. Melbourne Victory, they did have numerous chances to at least score one goal throughout the 90 minutes, but were unable to do so. And that's been the problem for them for much of this season. They've lacked that quality, that decisiveness, I think, as Tony Popovich said following the match. And look, again, they can still make it, but Melbourne Victory now sitting bottom of the ladder. They've got some big games coming up, and they really just need points. They simply need points. And at the moment, it's looking unlikely that they will be playing finals football this season. We had a resounding victory from the ladder leaders, Melbourne City, over Wellington Phoenix 4-1. Red card in this game to Josh Laws, Wellington Phoenix defender. Pretty comprehensive performance overall for Melbourne City. A little bit concerning for Wellington Phoenix. We've now seen Wellington Phoenix pick up two pretty heavy defeats in recent weeks. You think back to about a month ago when they lost by a big scoreline away to Adelaide United, and now 4-1 to Melbourne City. Wellington really have to fix that up if they want to have a successful finals campaign for Melbourne City. McLaren with 2 goals, Tilio with 2 goals, fantastic stuff from Melbourne City. Looks like with Adelaide's draw this week, looks like Melbourne City might just take off and claim the Premier's plate this year. They're getting close. And for Wellington Phoenix too, I think they will be playing finals football. Wellington, they've been really good for much of the season, but now just I think 3 points ahead of Perth Glory in 7th place. They'll just be looking behind their shoulders a little bit, Wellington Phoenix. This is 3 defeats in a row now for Ufuk Talay's side. So they really do have to turn it around. They've got some reasonable games coming up in the final 3 weeks, but I think it will be playing finals football this season. So what was the game of the round for you guys? For me, it has to be the Battle of Western Sydney. A super entertaining game, a really exciting match played down there at Campbelltown Sports Stadium. Let me know down in the comments section, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days' time for the round 24 predictions. My name's Lockie. This is Coastwatch Football. See you guys in the next one.